It's a warmer morning today, the sun's shining, and these people right here on screen, they need a win. They need a win to stay in it, and they need a big win.
Yes, the Gurkhas on the way out, winning the toss. That's a good start. They're going to have a ball. I think it's the right decision. I said that at the pitch report. There's a little bit of coldness to the pitch, a bit of dampness, and also the short boundary, and they want to know what they're chasing as well, because they need to chase it down pretty quickly for their net run rate. So we're all set for a belter of a game, let's hope.
And speaking of chasing down, their batting has finally shown up to the party in that previous game. That top order getting runs. Eskenazi was phenomenal as well with the bat. It will help them to know what sort of target they're chasing. As for the Kings, well, they're playing to try and leave on a positive here.
Yeah, that's always the key. Look, it's personal pride, and you've either got it or you haven't. And you've got to, every single game you go out there, pride's got to play a big part of it. And for the Bratnagar Kings, they're going to go out there and play for the coach, play for the captain, and try and get the result.
The fans are starting to flow in as the batters get their final starts in. It's Lokesh Bam. Had a bit of a shocker in the previous game, but he has been very exceptional with the bat. A best of 71. He's picked up runs in almost every game, and he's shown a lot of promise up at the top.
Yeah, he's a good player, Lokesh Bam. Impressed by him. I think he plays some wonderful shots. And can he get firing today for the Kings? Can he get going?
Deepak Bahara at the other end. He is a little short on runs, Deepak Bahara. But if they can get a good partnership here between him and Lokesh Bam, I think they'll get themselves in a decent position. Yes, the conditions are a bit tricky with the bat when you start things off, which is exactly what Shab Alam is going to want to try and take advantage of with the ball.
It is, and listen, Martin Gupta were just getting into form and unfortunately misses out today through injury, calf and hamstring. We're ready to go. Couple of seconds and we'll be away.
Yeah, Martin Gupta really did look like he was struggling in that last game. Got a few early shots in, and then he limped all the way through it until he got out. Half a shout going away down the leg side.
Yeah, good start. Always nice to get off with a dot ball if you've got ball in hand.
Nice start, Alan.
There he goes. Little short run up, just drifting down. No real turn. First ball.
This one's tossed up, trying to entice the batter. Power play overs. They want to try and get a good start here. Take advantage of the field. How are you doing this morning, Darren?
I'm doing fine. I'm in top form. Really happy. Lovely temperature this morning. I don't even know why I've got a coat on. I think it's just a habit of watching everybody else with coats on, especially you. Woolly hat, scarves, coat. It's rubbing off on me. I like t-shirt weather. Beautiful.
It's definitely not t-shirt weather. You run hot though.
Catch it.
Driven past the bowler this time. And this will be the first boundary as well. Good shot, and they'll pick up 4 runs.
Yeah, little full from the bowler. Here we go, look at this. Yeah, right in the slot. Gets half a bat on it, really. Wasn't off the middle of the bat. But enough, once he goes past the field, we've seen in this tournament, the outfield is lightning. And once you get past the field, it runs away for a 4.
This time it's through the covers. It should be cut off. And they'll stick to a single. He's really tossing them up today, Alam.
He is indeed. A good start though for the Kings. There's the temperature. 10 degrees centigrade, humidity 86%, and a slight breeze. But overall, the sun is out.
Nicely bowled, my guy.
Can't possibly tell me 10 degrees Celsius is t-shirt weather.
Thank you. Nice,
Did I say Celsius or did I say that?
Huh?
I don't know what I said.
Yeah, there's no
I probably said the wrong one. I'm used to it. I'm still in old school.
Flip out.
No, I think we're all Celsius here.
Yeah.
Even the Canadians.
Oh dear.
Oh, that's why the slip goes out.
They will scamper across for a single, and that's going to be the end of the first. It's 8-0.
Dark fantasy.
Pond Super Light Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen.
And as a replacement as well today, Nick Curtin, he's gotten some starts. Scott Edwards, the first game, great start for him. And then Chris Soul towards the bottom. Anil Karel, a great addition today. He'll want to try and pick up a few wickets as well. And for the Gurkhas, Eskenazi found form. Levitt found form. Sharkey's gotten some starts as well. Karan Casey, the captain, he's been exceptional.
He has. I've been impressed with him actually, with ball in hand. We know he can hit the ball a long way when he comes in down the order. That average of 11 is pretty good in his 7th game. 11 wickets. He's been impressive.
Going to start with leg buys.
Yeah, just a little bit of movement there. Leg buys, there you go. Signal from the umpire. Durganath Sabedi, the on-field umpire, getting the decision right.
And Budhi Pradhan standing at square leg at the moment. And our TV umpire for today, Mr. Vinay Kumar Jha. Can't have a game without those three gentlemen. Cracked away through the offside, and this is going to run away for 4 runs. A bit of width on offer this time. Not the best of deliveries from Karan Casey.
Yeah, early on in your innings as a batter, that's what you are waiting for. You're waiting for a bit of width, especially bowling from this end to that short boundary on the offside for the right-handed batter. And there it is, any width whatsoever, where you can get your hands free and you can just get it through the infield, and he just runs away for another boundary.
Great shape, taking the ball away from the right-hander this time. Picked up 3 for 24 in the previous game, Karan Casey. He has been quite phenomenal with the ball.
He has indeed, and that's, I tell you what, a lovely little bit of shape there. We've not seen much of that throughout the tournament. Swing is in the air. Always a nice things to see if you're a seam bowler, a fast bowler. You get that little bit of swing with the new ball in hand. But it can also go against you because you can bowl with a little bit of width, and then the batter can get his hands free. But if you can get it right with a bit of swing in the air, you're in the game.
That one's going to be wide. And the batter did try to throw his hands at that.
And this is what I'm saying, when you get a little bit of swing like this, it can work to your advantage as a bowler if you can get it straight. If not, it works to the batter's advantage because he can hit it through the offside. And there you go, Karan Casey is on 11 wickets. So Raj Banshi, very impressive. I have been with him, the left arm spin, 13 wickets. And Dakal, 13 wickets, impressive as well. There's some good players there on that list.
Worked into the leg side. They pick up a quick single. Bit straighter on this occasion.
There you go, the dimensions. 58 metres is the shorter boundary. To the east, then to the west, 67 metres is a long, it looks a long way when you stand in the middle. I know which way I'd be going, and that is the short area, and I think the batters will hit to that shorter side.
Some away shape again. He's really testing that line.
And look at this. The swing is there, but Karen Casey at the moment is just finding it hard to get his line right. It's with a little bit of width. Got away with one there. Could have been a wide. Bit of swing, like I say, you can get your line right when the ball is moving like this. You can take a couple with you early on as a bowler. It's a nice time to bowl.
Zero foot movement, throws his bat at it, and it's going to be a dot at the end of the second. The Kings are 15 for none.
सुजल डेयरीको उत्कृष्ट उत्पादन डिलाइट डेयरी व्हाइटनरले अब हरेक दिन डिलाइटफुल।
विदेश घुमघामको फन एनसेल रोमिङले थप्छ छन्। बेस्ट रोमिङ प्याक्स रु 100 देखि सुरु। डाउनलोड एनसेल एप नाउ or dial *123#.
Hinsta for a complete home.
Some margin, because it's not just about the 8 points, it's about trying to knock one of those number 3, number 4 out of there. For Biratnagar Kings, their contest is done. This is their final game. Dan Douthwaite. Driven through the hands, and it'll allow for a single.
Yeah, Dan comes back into the side. Souter, I think, is injured, isn't he? I think he did his hand. So Douthwaite come back into the team.
Okay, cool. Now Nathan Sauter, I think, just hurt his finger in the previous game. Went off the field for a bit as well.
Yeah, it looked bad, didn't it? Hit back at him, right on the thumb, I think it was. Affected his bowling.
Quick single. The throw came in. I think he would have been in comfortably. He's got a very relaxed run in, doesn't he, Douthwaite?
He does. Nice, gentle approach to the pitch. He's a big, strong man. Decent delivery, good fielding as well at backward point, an important position in any form of the game. I think he would have been home. Good running between the wickets. Good cricket all round, really.
The Gurkhas fans are in the house, and they will be pins and needles through this game to find out whether their side still has a chance or not.
Good start from Douthwaite. As the drone rises above the ground, terrific viewing area. It's a great place to be. Aerial view, fantastic, beautiful setting. The sun is shining.
Big shout, and the finger does go up. There's no surprise there. Moving into the line of the delivery, and he found himself really stuck. It's going to be the first wicket.
Yeah, and Douthwaite, a good start. It's about 4 deliveries now, and here we go. Oh, across his stumps. He's dead. Plumb, straight in line with the stumps. He tried to walk across. I think he thought he went further across. He did. Lokesh thought he went further across. He wasn't happy with the decision, but he was out. And unfortunately for him, he goes for 8. And the Kings 17 for 1.
The captain of Canada walks out to the middle.
Got a bit of energy about you now, isn't he? Get a Canadian out in the middle.
Everyone always says that. I'm energetic for everyone who walks out to the middle and everyone who leaves the middle. He's batted well. He's got a few starts, got a couple of decent knocks in. As he starts with a full-fledged slap into the offside. And I think this is also going to be a no ball and a free hit.
Oh dear, oversteps the mark. Dathwaite. There you go. Like I say, he's a big man, big feet. Oh, actually, you can't see with it. You see the bottom of his shoes there, the white. It's very difficult to actually pick up whether he is over that line, but it's been given, and unfortunately for Curtin, he's not on strike. He took the one. Dipak's the man with a free hit, smile on his face.
Moving across again. And it's going to be just a single, as we quite often see off of free hits. And this is our ultraviolet ballistic moment of the day. Dan Dathwaite coming into the attack, picks up the wicket, and it's a big one of Lokesh Baum. He's frustrated, he's thrown the bat in the air, but he definitely was a goner there.
Absolutely. He was right in front. He thought he got outside the line, outside his stumps, but he didn't, and it was hitting straight ball, hitting straight in the middle and off stump.
It's going to be a dot to end the third. The Kings are 20 for 1.
Get set. There's a big difference between the two.
Legends rise through greatness and lead with their actions. From a timeless legacy to inspiring a nation, legends choose the ball. Drive like a legend. Drive the ball.
Watch NPL on the go on Ncell app, unlimited YouTube and other NPL packs. Download Ncell app now or dial *123*9#.
DHI Happier Home. Today sahi.
I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
Who are you picking here? The other two picked their sides. Lenny and HD. Calls for catch it. This is worked away into the leg side and it will pick up a boundary. Good looking shot, great control.
Absolutely. Dipak Bahada, wonderful, wonderful shot. Just picked it up nicely. To be honest, Karen KC, he's had that little bit of movement, didn't he, in that first over. Overcompensated, I think, on this one. There you go, just trying to get it a little bit straighter. Didn't swing, which is normally the case. And it's a beautiful flick shot from Dipak. Again, flies away for another boundary. I'll tell you who I'm picking in a minute. Give me 1 second.
You know, you got to pick it now, not at the last over.
No, where I'm going to go, and I'll tell you why. I think the short boundary on one side, I think, is a huge advantage if you're batting second. And if they can get it right with the ball here, the Gurkhas, winning the toss and having a bowl, I think they'll be able to chase a total this year. I think the best conditions to bat will be in that second part of this match. So I'm going to go with the Gurkhas. Is that good enough for you?
That's great. Thank you so much, Darren. Through the offside. He won't be able to get it past the fielder. I'm leaning towards the Gurkhas as well. I think their batting's come out really strong in the last game.
You can't go for the same team. You've got to
I have to go to the opposition now. All right, I'll take my chances with the Kings.
You've got your fellow Canadian playing here. He's out in the middle now, and you're going against him. That's shocking.
All right, I'll say the Kings.
Well done. Easily persuaded.
Can be a bit intimidating, you know. Quick running. Both of these guys are very quick in between the wickets.
I'll get up, please.
And let's not forget, it's important. Look, 4s and 6s are the key in T20 cricket or 50 over cricket, whichever we want to do it. But the most important thing as well is, but if it's not there to hit a 4 or 6, get the 1s. Rotate the strike, especially when you got left and right, and when you have that combination, it's important. Just puts the bowler off enough, and it frustrates him when he gets hit for 1 and 2s.
Throws his hands at this one, and again there is protection this time in the deep. It's Ashkenazi in the deep,
and I think that's a good call actually from the skipper. The ball is swinging away from the right-hander, so you fancy that little bit of extra protection. You feel as though you're only going to get a hit on the offside when the right-hander's on strike, so he's giving himself a little bit of cover. And now with the left-hander on strike, the ball swinging into the left-hander, he's kept the leg side man out on the boundary at square leg. So again, it's the right call, but he's got to get it straight. He can't afford to give any width now outside the off stump, ball into the left-hander, or it's a free hit through the offside. Saying that, he's got a man out on the offside as well.
bit too straight, and it's worked off the pads. Might be leg buys as well, and it is. That's going to be the end of the 4th. It's 28 for 1.
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys र ग्यास हब्सले बुझेको छ your way of quality living.
अब सिद्धार्थ बैंकको कार्ड प्रयोग गरी खरिद गर्दा मोबाइल बैंकिङबाट टप अप गर्दा रिवार्ड पोइन्ट अर्न गर्नुहोस्. सिद्धार्थ रिवार्ड्स, यसमा पोइन्ट छ. सिद्धार्थ बैंक, सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई.
तपाईको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजौं.
The Gurkhas, they've had a journey today. They're taking on the Kings, but these are the results from the Kings. They've lost a couple up at the top, and it's just that one win that's brought them in the position that they're in, as this is flicked off the pads and worked away for another boundary.
Yeah, Duffway coming round the wicket to the left-hander, trying to tighten him up, but you cannot drift onto the pads, and he just flicks it away. Good cricket shot again, runs away for another boundary. Round the wicket he's coming Duffway, trying to cramp him up, but he's got it too straight and it's clipped away.
Calls for catch it, and that one just a bit of extra bounce.
Yeah, the advantage of bowling first when pitch is a little bit damp, a little cold. You expect a little bit of movement. The odd one might just stick in the pitch till it dries out in this sunshine we've got now in Nepal. Go. There's the fielders.
And this is driven beautifully, timed and powered for another boundary. Mick Curtin taking on the offensive here.
Well, I think this is the best shot of the game so far from Curtin. The full face, he's admiring it as well. He's letting everybody know, look at this shot, photographers. Make sure you get this straight drive. Always a good sign when you're seeing the ball well. When you play a shot like that straight back past the bowler.
Too full again, and they'll come for a quick single.
Again, good cricket from the Kings. Bounded the ball before, and then that one you got a good strike on it again. But just keep retweeting the strike. Keep the scoreboard ticking. 37 or 4.4 now. They've had a good start here, the Kings. The Gurkhas have just been a bit off. There's a little bit of movement out there, and they've just been a little bit off, and it just goes to show you're not on form, you don't start well, you're giving the opposition a chance to get off to a flyer.
Hitting a bit too hard on that one. Deepak Bahar has been at the non-strikers for a few deliveries now.
Yeah, sometimes when you try and hit it a bit too hard, when the field's up, you've just got 2 men out. You can be a bit excitable, you can lose your shape as a batter. But it's a good start, they'll be pretty happy with this start. It looks a good pitch again. Run rate there, the current run rate, 0.66. Good start.
Oh, that struck him. That struck him, and it's going to be a dot to end the 5th. It's 37 for 1.
Pond Super Light Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen.
NPL वा आफ्नो मनपर्ने टिमको एन्थमलाई आफ्नो PRBT सेट गर्नु भयो त? डाउनलोड एनसेल एप नाउ or dial *123*6#.
Legends rise through greatness and lead with their actions. From a timeless legacy to inspiring a nation, legends choose the ball. Drive like a legend. Drive the ball.
He's all good, Deepak Bahar. That's good to see. Having taken a little bit of a blow from Dan Douthwaite to... He's a sort of burly cricketer, isn't he? He looks as though... Probably get it up above 130, and oh, that was nasty. Maybe the shoulder rather than the helmet. Oh, definitely. Be interesting to see the bruise that he's left with. 5 overs into the first innings. The Kings playing for pride, but you can see in the team that they've selected, they have not eased off the gas at all. In fact, the only 2 changes they made were both due to injuries. Martin Guptill with a really bad leg injury, and then Pratish GC. The reason that Lokesh Bam bowled that 20th and final the other day was because he rolled his ankle out in the deep, and that's a shame because he's had such a good tournament. As Rashid Khan comes into the attack, I welcome HD Ackerman. Good morning, HD.
Morning, Lenny. Good morning to all those who are tuned in to this broadcast. Rashid Khan now, he's had a bit of an up and down spells where he's gone for plenty in one over and then one off another.
I'll get him up, please, Libby.
Yeah, for me, I'm not sure his numbers are actually going to show it. I think he's actually had a good tournament. He's probably, economy-wise, been much more expensive than he would have liked. Particularly in that last game against the Avengers, but he's taken wickets, 6 of them in total. And he's often bowled the toughest overs. Tends to bowl 18 and 20 at the death. Add into the fact he's a more than handy number 6, number 7. Another young cricketer with a big future. There's the fumble. Is going to leave 2 batters at the same end. He's dropped the ball! But Curtin will be run out. Oh, a complete calamity. Curtin would have cantered home. Deepak Bahar, what have you done?
Ball watching. Ball watching. There's an error in the deep, and if you make an error while Nicholas Curtin is at the wicket, he is going to scamper through for 2. He runs the first one hard. Deepak is doing absolutely nothing. He's not interested. We talk about cricketing awareness. That was not good at all. So Curtin's innings comes to an end. He goes for 12. It's 38 for 2.
Dear, oh dear. Looked like a regulation single that easily could have been converted to 2, and ultimately Nicholas Curtin, he's been sold down the river a bit. Scott Edwards is at the non-striker's end. A lot of pressure on young Bahara now. Need to get another look at this run-in, because should Deepak Bahara, having made the error, should he sacrifice his wicket? Really poor piece of running, wasn't it?
Well, Curtin runs the first one hard. Deepak is just walking the first one. And so when the misfield happens, Curtin's, he's ready for it. He wants the 2, and he would have canted in. It would have been a easy single. No, that was poor running. Poor running.
Then almost to add insult to injury, Rashid Khan fumbled it. So even if he'd gone at a delayed point, he would have got there. We saw a very selfless piece of running yesterday from Mohammed Mohsin, who acknowledged that Jimmy Neesham was the one who could have carried them home. A lovely flowing cover drive to start with from Scott Edwards. What a way to get off the mark from your very first delivery. That's a Super 4, powered by Ncell 4G.
Now, we've seen a couple of extra cover drives mistimed this morning due to the fact that the batters have tried to hit it too hard. This is how you do it. The transfer of weight over the front leg assists with the timing, and the placement is perfect.
Better running this time. They get a single. Want to go back to this run out, HD, because Mohsin selflessly sacrificed himself yesterday. Bahara had the opportunity to. I know you think the running is shocking, I agree, but look at this point here. So Curtin's going to get home. Bahara comes and he takes a stutter step. If he'd kept going, Curtin would still be at the crease. Bahara would have been run out.
I think it's a very different situation to yesterday, in that Jimmy Neesham is the match winner there and then. He was already in, he's in form, he's hitting the ball out the ground. Mohsin knows that the case. This situation, it's not like Curtin's blown the tournament out the water. They're both scoring, they're both on a relatively similar scores. End of the power play, 45 for 2.
तपाईको असली एनर्जी Red Bull असली नै रोजौं
म त पैसा लिन्छु आइमी पेमा चाहियो के र खर्च गर्न सजिलो कार्डबाटै किन्छु म लिन्छु म ब्याज पनि पाइन्छ हो विदेशबाट आको रकम वेलकम टु आइमी पे वालेट आइमी पे भए चाहियो के छ सबै सेट
Just want to touch on the other dismissal. Lokesh Bam was trapped LBW. So it was a ridiculous reaction, wasn't it? Lokesh Bam has thrown the bat into the air. And then we've watched the replay, but you and I weren't looking at the monitors because we were off air. Candle comes into the attack. And we watched the replay and it looked like it was hitting middle halfway up.
Seen a number of poor reactions, and I must be honest, I mean, look, we've all done it. Oh, there you are. I'm looking for you. Takludai, go home.
No, I can't read the third one. Hold on. Someone stitched me up here. I think the producer's drawn those and given them out. What does the third one say? Oh, it's a drawing. The fifth one's a drawing. It's a very chromy dome on that fifth on that fifth one. Oh, I'm not that. Oh, I am. Oh no. What did the fourth one say? Need our cameraman to go to the. What's? This is what Edwards does. Great reverse sweep. He'll get a couple. Alam will cut it off with his left hand. Thanks, HT, by the way. Thanks, Mandir. Thanks, Deep. Thanks, everyone.
Just going back to that LBW, we've seen it on a number of occasions here, Lenny, and we've all done it when we were playing. We've been really disappointed and sometimes we've given a reaction that we shouldn't, but in virtually every game now we're getting a reaction, and I must admit I'm not going to be popular with players, but I think penalising players with a match fee, where an owner just pays the match fee or a board just pays the penalty, I'll start deducting points, because when you do that, now suddenly your entire team are going to be upset with you for your reaction, and no one likes that as a player. You've got to find a way to where it hurts, so that those kind of reactions don't happen.
With the way this table works, I think point deductions, I get your principle, would be so harsh a penalty that it may well completely change your season. Maybe a net run rate deduction, do you know what I mean, where you lose a sort of 10-run penalty, not in terms of the context of the match, but for your net run rate, which is still going to hurt you and could actually knock you out, but doesn't drop you a full point. Interesting topic. 7 have been bowled. Edwards off to a good start. He's got to double figures. It's 52 for 2.
यो निकाल्न इजी छ सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश यसको 10 हातको शक्ति छ यस्तो जसले जिद्दी दाग निकाल्न गर्छ इजी सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश आजका मोडर्न गर्लको कन्फिडेन्टको एउटा आधार सफ्टी स्यानिटरी न्यापकिन्स विङ्स टु फ्लाइ हाई मिल्दोजुल्दो नामसँग नझुकिनु होला पातको चिन्ह भएको सफ्टी नै रोज्नु होला
सिटिजन लाइफको क्रिटिकल केयर प्लस लिएको छु जसले रोग लागेको थाहा हुने बित्तिकै 50 लाख सम्मको औषधि उपचार खर्च दिन्छ
त्यो उपचार खर्च अब सिटिजन लाइफले गर्छ
नेपाल मेडिसिटी हस्पिटल वर्ल्ड क्लास हेल्थ केयर सर्भिसेस accessible and affordable for all for a healthy and prosperous nation.
Into action, they're all but guaranteed a playoff spot, being honest with the way their net run rate is. But what they'll want to do is win one to guarantee a top 2 spot. As Shahab Alam comes in for his second. I know you wanted to go back and talk about the LBW. I want to go back and talk about that sign. And what I need to do is look at the roster and see who I'm sitting with for the rest of the day. Because certain people have been stitching me up. Surely I'm not with you again, H, am I?
I think you've got a very long day ahead of you.
We're not together every stint, pretty much, are we?
I can see why you come here so often. The adulation is unbelievable. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't get into the ground in the mornings, because we get stopped by the police every morning and you have to poke your head out the window. Otherwise, they're turning us around and sending us back to the hotel.
I think it's less adulation and more amusement at the scale of boldness, to be honest. Something that, joking aside, that they don't have a huge amount of here is height, and I'm a little over 6 foot. I'm also bespectacled and I'm also bold, so I do stand out a bit here in Kathmandu. Excellent running. That's what Edwards is so well known for, and Deepak's going to be on his best behaviour now, you would imagine.
Top players. Oh no, really? Are we going back there?
The fourth one says love, and that's a lovely smiley face. Thank you. We love you less so the men up here with me. A lot of fun. That's what the MPL's been all about. It really has. Fun and love of the sport. That's what we share. Really has been a lot of fun, H.
I've heard a rumour that you are the one that actually goes and dishes out those signs.
Got 5 more stints with him today. 5 more. Swept away. Nicely played, but a good piece of fielding by one of the changes to the team, Shankar Rana. 8 have been bowled. It's 56 for 2.
आफ्ना हरेक चिन्ताहरू अब हामीलाई छोडिदिनुस्। तपाईको भोलिको भरपर्दो साथी सानीमा रिलायन्स लाइफ इन्स्योरेन्स खुलेर जियौं।
तर यो जिद्दी दाग यो निकाल्न इजी छ। सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश यसको 10 हातको शक्ति छ यस्तो जसले जिद्दी दाग निकाल्न गर्छ इजी। सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश।
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas hobs le buzeko cha your way of quality living.
Join us and the ranks of thousands of successful students who have unlocked their full potential by pursuing their education overseas. Right Path Career Counseling.
Incredible stat to think, HD, I'd love your thoughts on this, that he's never made an international century. He came within 1 run of it about 6 weeks ago in Oman. Made 99, but he's made, I think it's 18 or 20 international 50s. He's never kicked on to 3 figures. Any idea why that might be? Because I think we both share a huge admiration for the way in which he plays the game, his leadership. Big swing and a miss this time. Good glove work from Eskenazi.
I certainly think he'll be back next year, because I think the Kings would have seen him as a player and gone, you know what, this is the type of player we require.
Mate, that is gun keeping.
You follow a lot of associate cricket, Andrew. I mean, he hasn't always been at the top of the order, has he?
Oh no. Hold on, how was this missed?
What's that?
It's shaved. The Siddhartha Bank paint.
Oh no, surely that's bowled him.
Oh, down it, mate!
Dipesh Kandel didn't bowl yesterday. For me, he's been one of their most impressive bowlers all tournament. It was because there was 2 left-handers in the whole time. Yeah, just go back to Scott Edwards. He's very rarely gone in at 1, 2 or 3 for the Netherlands. In fact, a lot of his early career was 5, 6, 7. Has come up to 4 now. He's here at 4 for the Kings. I think we'll see the best batting years ahead of him for the Dutchman, but it just does surprise me he's never made a ton.
Well, I think if you don't bat in the front 3 in T20 cricket, it's extremely difficult, because you really need as many balls as you can. I think that the young Nicole Lofty-Eaton 100 here is an exceptional 100 because of where he walks into bat.
Oh, this is close, and it's gone. Was it just going to angle down? The short man, the young man, the great man, Dipesh Kandel says no, and Buddy Pradhan says yes.
Maybe, just maybe, it straightens ever so slightly. But it's a lovely bit of bowling, because he bowled 2 big turners that beat the outside edge, and then 2 arm balls. No, Bahara goes for 20. The Kings in an early spot of bother here, 59 for 3.
सुजल डेयरीको उत्कृष्ट उत्पादन डिलाइट डेयरी व्हाइटनरले अब हरेक दिन डिलाइटफुल।
तपाईको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजौं।
DHI happier home. छुट्टै छ है।
Here's a young man, he's having a brilliant tournament. Really enjoyed basically everything he's done. Bat ball in the field. I know he's dropped a couple of catches, but he is a fine fielder. Took a quite brilliant one off Andreas Haus to give it the complete game-changing scenario and send it to a super over. As the Avengers collapsed, as Gerard Erasmus will come into the attack. Yeah, just going through Scott Edwards' numbers once more, 130 international matches. He's made 20 50s in a little over 115 knocks. In fact, his ODI record's unbelievable. He makes an ODI 50 every 3 innings, which is an incredible number. That's why he's averaging upwards nearly 40. Might just be a little monkey he needs to get off his back once he gets one. And if you look at his age, he's 28. You talk about the best batting years. I think anyone who knows the game well will say 28. Some will say 28 to 32. But with the way the game's evolving, people getting fitter. Bowled him. Oh! This has ragged square. Erasmus, who's had a brilliant tournament with ball, he has another.
What a delivery this is. I mean, granted, you're always best advised not to cut against the spin, but this has spun Muralitharan-like. Brilliant bit of bowling from the Namibian captain Gerard Erasmus to the Dutch captain Scott Edwards, who we so enjoy watching, but we will watch him no longer as he goes for 15, 59 for 4.
Freshness that bonds.
Himsta for a complete home.
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas hobs le buzeko cha, your way of quality living.
Himsta for a complete home.
सुजल डेयरीको उत्कृष्ट उत्पादन डिलाइट डेयरी व्हाइटनरले अब हरेक दिन डिलाइटफुल.
DHI Happier Home. छुट्टै छ है.
Legends rise through greatness and lead with their actions. From a timeless legacy to inspiring a nation, legends choose the ball. Drive like a legend. Drive the ball.
He comes into the side, got a very fine first-class record too. worked for a single into the leg side to get Ismatullah off the mark, and we've got Manali Patel then pitch side. Let's see who she's got with her.
Thank you so much, Lenny. I've got a very incredible woman alongside me, Shrinkala Katiwara. Well, she's an engineer, she's been Miss Nepal, and she's a Harvard graduate, and she is the heartthrob of Nepal. She's here as the owner of the Gurkhas. It's so phenomenal to have this chat with you, and you've been very impressive. Talk us through your journey as to how you got into cricket.
Sure. I think my family and we all share a passion for cricket. And when NPL was announced, we had to have a team here. We got very lucky in the bidding, and we got Kathmandu, which was amazing. There's a lot of action here, but yeah, that was amazing, and I'm just so glad that we're here owning a team, supporting Nepali cricket. It's been phenomenal.
And what are your thoughts on your team? How did you go through the process with the auction? Because it's all a bit new for you.
Right. The auction was really tricky and it was quite challenging, but we were so happy with the team that we ended up with. We got everything that we wanted, all kinds of talent. And we fulfilled the rest with our international players. So the auction was quite tricky, and it was so interesting to see so many people were interested to even watch the auction.
Watch NPL on the go on Ncell app, unlimited YouTube and other NPL packs. Download Ncell app now or dial *123*9#.
म त पैसा लिन्छु आइमी पेमा चाहियो के र खर्च गर्न सजिलो कार्डबाटै किन्छु म लिन्छु म ब्याज पनि पाइन्छ हो विदेशबाट आको रकम
वेलकम टु आइमी पे वालेट आइमी पे भए चाहियो के छ सबै सेट
I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
All the international presence here, it has made it so wonderful. Kathmandu Gurkhas, I hope we win it. Not just next year, this year too. Our hopes are still alive.
Yeah, it's a bit of a tough situation for you today. You have to win, and you have to win by quite some margin.
Right.
Did you have a pep talk with the guys maybe before they went in?
No. We let the head coach and the captain do the pep talk, and but we really trust our team. I think our batting really connected. Last match, our bowling has been incredible. Our fielding has been incredible. I hope the stars align for us.
I hope they do as well. There's been a lot of passion from your team and the crowd as well. Talk us through the experience of the crowd, because it really is something.
I know. I mean, we expected the crowd to be here, but not in this amount. We did not expect so much online participation. Everywhere I go, I see people watching NPL on their phones. I go to my office and NPL is playing in the background on their laptops, and I am so amazed by how much love Nepalese have for cricket. It just swells my heart with pride, honestly.
And if there's one thing that you'd like to take from the NPL this year, one positive, what would it be?
It has united all of us, and that has been the biggest win for the NPL, I think.
And is there anything you want to say to the fans and the followers of your team?
Sure. Thank you for supporting us and staying true put with us. It has meant a lot, your support, and keep supporting Nepali cricket, keep supporting Kathmandu Gurkhas. We're going to do great things.
And listen, this one's probably not, I don't think it's in the works yet, or it might be in the works, but I'm going to ask you this because you're the only female here. If there is a women's version to the Nepal Premier League, will we see you with a team in there?
We will own a team for sure. We would love to do that.
Absolutely. That's fantastic, and it's so great talking to you. Thank you so much for your time, and good luck today.
Thank you, Mrinali. Thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, and it's back to you guys upstairs.
Lovely chat there, Monali. It's wonderful to listen to former Miss Nepal as well, Shrinkala Katiyawad, and her vision and the way she's gone about getting the Kathmandu Gurkhas as well in the middle. All right, down with over number 11 and 63 for 4.
नयाँ पुस्ताका सपनाहरू थाहै नपाइकन आफ्ना सपनाहरू बनिसकेका हुन्छन्। ती सपनाहरूलाई पूरा गर्नुस्, खुलेर जिउनुस्। सानीमा रिलायन्स लाइफ इन्स्योरेन्स, खुलेर जियौं।
तर यो जिद्दी दाग यो निकाल्न इजी छ। सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश, यसको 10 हातको शक्ति छ यस्तो जसले जिद्दी दाग निकाल्न गर्छ इजी। सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश।
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas hobs ले बुझेको छ your way of quality living.
DHI happier home. Today sa hai.
Very impressed there by the owner of the Gurkhas. Very intelligent and knowledgeable lady. It's great to see men, women, companies supporting Nepal cricket and putting it on the map. And the fans are out in force. Look at them, the Gurkhas.
Yeah, and the takeaway from that chat with Monali was that Nepal cricket, Nepal Premier League is here to stay, and in the coming years it's going to become a very huge event that will be a global event for the world to take note as well.
Absolutely, and it's good to hear Renona saying, but they leave the coaching to the captain and the coach. There's a lot of owners do like to get involved.
Yeah, that's a good point. There are certain boundaries you cannot cross maybe as an owner, and they very well know that as well. Just allowing the players to play their game. Yeah, Bashir Ahmed, player of the match in the last encounter, and today as well he's there in the middle with a job to do.
A big job to do. Unfortunately for the Kings, 4 wickets. Didn't give them much. They're going to knock it around now for a few overs. Going to try and score at 5 and 6 and over for the next 3 or 4, and then have a platform with 6 wickets left to hit for the final 4 to 5 overs. Unfortunately, those 4 wickets are costing them.
Yeah, bit of a stutter here for the Biratnagar Kings. They've been in the situation before. The batters have not come to the fore. Once again, the onus will be on that middle order. Yeah, this one going with the arm. How much has Erasmus impressed you as a bowler, Darren?
I think everything about Erasmus has been excellent. His qualities as a leader on the pitch. He's not the captain, but he knows how to do it. He does it for his country. His fielding, his in-game intelligence. We've just seen one there. He bowls from behind the crease. He mixes it up, his pace. He bowls on with the arm and he can turn it, and it's 65 for 4.
Legends rise through greatness and lead with their actions. From a timeless legacy to inspiring a nation, legends choose the ball. Drive like a legend. Drive the ball.
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas hobs le buzeko cha, your way of quality living.
Early wickets. It's been spin all the way. Dipesh Kandel is always impressive. Yeah, Darren, a quick question to you as well. As a bowler, how much do you try to get into the mind of a batter and read the way he's playing and then decide your deliveries?
Well, I think it's all about, especially when you're bowling towards the end of the innings, you've got to watch the batter right until you deliver the ball, and you've got to train your brain to react to that. It's not easy, because at the end of the mark, the old-fashioned way is, right, I'm going to know where I'm going to bowl now, this is what I'm going to do. But you can't do that in this form of the game now.
Yeah, the perils of sometimes being too straight. Just knock the bat off his partner at the other end.
Oh, I love it. Listen, a little bit of fun on a cricket field. Good cricket shot down the ground. His partner getting in the way. Here we go. Dipesh.
Yeah, ball since last boundary, 40 delivery since a 4 has come from the bat. Oh, he's played on. And that's Dipesh Kandel. He's so good with his lengths. He mixes the pace so very well. And the batter just going back and exposing his stumps and seeing the bails off the groove. Half the side back in the dugout for the Biratnagar Kings.
Well, we talk about this, but when a spinner's bowling, you've got to go forward. You can't go back and cut. And he's paid the price. I love the way Kandel celebrates when he takes a wicket. He's over the moon. The Gurkhas are on the charge, and Ismatella Alam goes for 5, and the Kings now are struggling at 68 for 5.
And as always, Kandel has been impressive. A best of 33 in this series for him. He's a very good batter. Played well in the last innings alongside Basu Ahmed. This is the pair that can help the Biratnagar Kings.
Really? Here we go, you've got to come forward to Kandel, you really have. There you go, going back, getting away from the stumps, losing his balance, drifting in, there you go. Showing all your stumps. Bad bit of cricket there from Ismatullah.
Yeah, very diminutive there, Dipesh Kandel, but certainly punches above his weight, Darren.
I'd love to see a risk on your been impressive coming to the side, been really impressed with him. Drifts it on with the arm, he can turn it as well.
Yeah, too short on this occasion. He'll only fetch a single. What an over this has turned out to be. Just the 4 runs and the wicket of Ismatullah as well. Kandel finishes with 2 for 16 in his 4. He's been brilliant at 70 for 5.
Can't wait, won't wait. Sunfeast Stock Fantasy.
Dish Home, खुशी को connection.
DHI Happier Home. छुट्टै छ है।
याला देख्ने बित्तिकै चाहिँ मोटर सर्र स्टार्ट हुँदैछ भन्ने कि हालेले भन्ने त के होला भने हवाईजहाज जस्तो सारा उड्ला नि तपाईहरु पनि आजदेखि सोच्दै बनेको विश्वासिलो र भरपर्दो PLO क्रिकेट गर्नुहोस्।
National Stadium.
Always got a smile on his face, Erasmus. Like I say, he's a gun in the field. He's sharp.
I'll let go for the slow one. Yeah, I think that's how you're going to get involved.
He's just talking to his wicket keeper.
You think he's going to?
There you go. A little bit of banter out on the pitch.
Very cheeky Eskenazi and Erasmus just trying to build up or set up a wicket here for the new man Magar. Ah, look at that. You're talking about the delivery with flight and he just sends one in quick.
There you go. A little bit of fun. It's good to see. Enjoy your work. That's what it's all about. And they're on top here are the Kathmandu Gurkhas.
Yeah, it's part of the sport, Darren. You've been also involved in a couple of verbal volleys during your times, I'm sure.
It is, and it is part of the game, and it's about fun. I'm not one of those who's into, impersonal insults, but having a bit of fun and a bit of banter.
Yeah, that was full and wide, inviting the batter. Just watch out for the next delivery. You'd expect Erasmus to set it up in a way that he'll bring one with the arm into the left-handed batter. Now Darren is a very smart operator.
He is. He's very hard to predict. He mixes his pace up really, really well. He bowls the one that from behind the stumps and with a little bit more air, and then he's the one that drifts on with his arm.
That's nice.
Very clever. An experienced performer, and he showed it in this tournament. He really has. Some of his striking when he came in the other day at the end, he trying to up the net run rate for his team. Hit a few sixes. And there's the round arm one. You noticed how round arm that was? And it's the end of the over, and the score now, the Kings are 75 for 5.
Himstar for a complete home.
DHI Happier Home. छुट्टै छ है।
Watch NPL on the go on Ncell app. Unlimited YouTube and other NPL packs. Download Ncell app now or dial *123*9#.
तपाईको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजौं।
Well, Hamrojit has been having a whale of a time here since this event has begun. We saw one to begin with, now we see at least 4, 3 in the background. The vibe is incredible. Yeah, always call it the wow atmosphere at the Tribhuvan University International Stadium, Darren.
Yeah, good.
Look at that, 50 balls since the last boundary. No sixes yet, which is surprising with that short boundary.
Nicely played, yeah. 34 dots, only 6 fours, and we are into the 15th over. We haven't seen a Siddharth Bank 6 as well. Viratnagar Kings have not gotten off the blocks this morning.
Yeah, they're on top of the game here, the Gurkhas. A lot of chirp out there, confident, happy where they've got the Kings at 76 for 5. Spinners have bowled excellent, they really have.
Signs of aggression, and that'll go over long gone. Talk about the Siddharth Bank maximum, and it comes from the bat of...
Come to Alibaba.com. Great product selection, local after sales service, 7-day fast dispatch. Download now.
Yeah, Chris Soul walks out, had his moments for the Viratnagar Kings. Hit 14 unbeaten runs a couple of matches ago to take them home and give them their win as well. He can bat, he's a very fine pacer as well. And that strike rate of 142 can come in handy in the remaining 5 overs.
Yeah, Chris Soul comes to the crease, another experienced campaigner, can bowl a heavy ball, but he needs to perform with bat in hand as we go.
Yeah, Shab Alam has been one of the more impressive bowlers in this tournament. Talk about so many left-arm spinners.
Here he goes, watch this. Watch this catch here from him on the boundary, diving to his left.
Yeah, good use of his feet, he'll get off the mark. Yeah, the highlight about that catch was the awareness of the ropes around him as well, and how he was so alert to be in control of it.
The guy watches it really well, and just a little dive, just to make it look even better. Always looks good when you have a little dive in there.
Yeah, certainly made for a contender for the catch of the match as well. Brilliant effort. So far it's been very quiet for the Viratnagar Kings. Just the 1-6 and 6 fours in their 15 overs, 84 for 6.
I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
DHI Happier Home. छुट्टै छ है।
तपाईको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजौं।
Been a decent effort with the ball from the Kathmandu Gurkhas. Got HD Ackerman alongside me. You'd picked the Kings earlier, hadn't you?
I did. I don't think I've got a thing right with predicting which team's going to win. I know the Kings are out the tournament, but I don't think they've had the worst tournament. They've lost a couple of nail biters, and that's hence the reason why I went with them. That'll be a wide. A few more as well. A whole lot more.
Diving effort in vain, losing his radar on this occasion. Erasmus 1 for 13. And this was well left alone as well. Chris Soul watching it. And keeper had no chance. Well, I'd been forced to pick the Kings this morning by Darren.
Catch it.
Calls for catch it, and that's going to be another one. Throwing the bat very hard at this Chris Soul, and it flies to backward point. To Dan Douthwaite.
He's been really good on the surface, Gerard Rasmus, the way he's bowled. He's bowled some big spinning off breaks. Some have gone straight on. And the variation of where he lets the ball go from. Sol, thick outside edge, simple catch really for Douthwaite at backward point. He can hit the ball a long way, but not today. Chris Sol goes for 1, 90 for 7. New man at the crease, Sandeep Lamachani, the captain. He's got some way to go here. They got some overs, but you think they're well behind the 8 ball as far as runs on the board goes.
Tossed up. And it's going to be a dot.
Watch where he lets the ball go from. This is his great skill, his variation.
Tries to cut it away and just manages to find the hands of Dan Douthwaite. He picks up another catch and Erasmus picks up another wicket. Sandeep Lamachani, the skipper's got to go. And the Gurkhas are giving it everything they can to stay in the contest and to stay alive in this competition. We're going to have a check on the front foot no ball. The foot looks all right. Want to make sure of the height on this one. It's dipped. And he's not standing tall either. That back knee is bent. It's a bit lower than he would be when he's standing up. And you want to measure to the height when he would be standing straight.
This will be a fair delivery. Yeah, there it is. Well, to be fair, when you get a delivery like that, you should hit it for 4 or for 6. Lamachani has slapped at it that it's got a top edge, and Erasmus is rather embarrassed at the dismissal. Immediately he put his head in his hands when he saw the ball go to backward point. But it's another one for him. He's bowled much better deliveries than this in his career, that I can assure you. Another simple catch for Douthwaite. He's racking them up here. Erasmus has 3 for 16. Lamachani's going without scoring. The Kings are on the brink, 90 for 8.
Going to be a single after the wicket. Brought in a slip as well, Erasmus.
Horrible delivery. Couldn't quite believe it.
It's a dot to end the 16th. The Kings are 91 for 8.
सुजल डेयरीको उत्कृष्ट उत्पादन डिलाइट डेयरी व्हाइटनरले अब हरेक दिन डिलाइटफुल।
एनपीएल वा आफ्नो मनपर्ने टिमको एन्थमलाई आफ्नो पीआरबीटी सेट गर्नु भयो त डाउनलोड एनसेल एप नाउ or dial *123*6#।
तर यो जित्ती दाग यो निकाल्न इजी छ सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश यसको 10 हातको शक्ति छ यस्तो जसले जिद्दी दाग निकाल्न गर्छ इजी सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश
Kings, they've lost wickets in regular intervals thanks to some really good bowling by the Kathmandu Gurkhas. Gerard Erasmus picking up 2 in his last over. The last wicket that he picked up was a poor ball, but those can surprise you sometimes, isn't it? We see that often. The loose one picks up the wicket. It's Alam. And he starts well with the dot, just missing the outside edge.
And his off-spin has really developed. Erasmus is obviously known as a batter who bowls a little bit, but now he's bowling more and more, particularly in the T20 format. I think what assists Gerard Erasmus is the very astute cricket brain that he has, and that often gets him plenty of wickets.
Quick single and quick release as well. Great work in the field.
What's that?
3 for 17. Gerard Erasmus.
Back of a length this time, worked into the leg side.
I can't wait till you're first.
Actually, they had said about 150 would be par on the surface.
Different gravy there.
Well, they're nowhere near par.
Well bowled, dragging him nice and forward. Again, missing the outside edge. And a very tidy over comes to an end. Just the 2 runs coming off of it. At the end of the 17th, the Kings are 93 for 8.
तपाईको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजौं
डिस्कोमा खेलको मजा छ बेग्लै हरेक खेल हेरिन्छ साथी होस् या एक्लै
Dish Home, खुशीको connection.
Pond Super Light Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen.
Just when he lets the ball go. The variation of well behind the crease, it really does deceive the batter.
Uses his feet down the track to Karan Casey. And he will manage to find some runs off of this one. We're just going to wait on confirmation whether that was a 4 or a 6.
Got to enjoy this. A little use of the feet, a little bit of initiative. Not sure we're going to see it. We'll see it from this angle. Oh, good luck with that one as well. There really haven't been any easy decisions for these umpires when it comes to these boundary checks, because he's got to decide whether that hits the old Toblerone on the full or whether it hits the ground first. That to me looks, with my very poor eyes, that maybe, just maybe, it hits the ground first.
Keen eyes, HD. Well done. Have you considered a career in umpiring?
Not with the way some of these players storm off the ground.
Could only see your temper. Along with the players' temper. It'd be very, you know what, it'd make for very exciting entertainment though.
Yes, Sean, yes, Sean!
You don't teach Canadians English, you mean temperament, not temper.
Well played. We'll call it temperament. I gotta use that line next time for myself. Look for quick single. It is a direct hit, but I think he was in by quite some distance.
Long way in. Karen Casey's had a good tournament. The captain of the Gurkhas. He's manipulated his bowl as well, used them very effectively, and always brings himself on at the back end of the innings for the toughest of tough overs.
And normally he is part of the wicket takers as well. Hasn't picked up a wicket today, which is a bit odd for someone like him. Going to be 100 up as well for the Biratnagar Kings. It's been a struggle getting to that 100 though, in the 17.4 over mark. And you'd assume well short of what should be par score on the surface. This might be tight. Oh, needed to get that ball in your hands. Karen Casey's, watch that go right through.
Direct hit was needed. There was no intention from the mid-on to throw this to the bowler. He went straight at the stumps. And missed by, what, good foot or two. He might have been better off just throwing it on the bounce straight to Karen Casey, who had got back to the stumps.
This time it's worked into the leg side for a single. And it's the end of the 18th, 102 for 8.
Watch NPL on the go on Ncell app, unlimited YouTube and other NPL packs. Download Ncell app now or dial *123*9#.
Legends rise through greatness and lead with their actions. From a timeless legacy to inspiring a nation, legends choose the ball. Drive like a legend. Drive the ball.
Right Path Career Counseling. Right counseling for quality education.
DHI Happier Home. Today sahi.
They're dancing away. I must say, this is one of my favorite songs that I've heard. I have no idea what it's about, but it's quite melodious.
Now your social media inbox is going to be inundated with people telling you what this song is. 8 down, 2 overs remaining here. What can this tail do? It needs to wag because the rest of them have got their foot on the aeroplane. The Kings haven't really turned up as a batting unit. Short fine leg, short third man. It's the 4 men allowed inside the 30-yard circle. Mugger has wielded one blow that found him a boundary. He needs a few more.
Moving across the line, he will get a wide, even though he moved across. That one just a bit too far away.
I don't think you have to change too much.
Just heard wicketkeeper Stephen Eskenazi, who sort of made his way up to speak to Rashid Khan and said to him, look, I don't think you need to change too much. Just run in and bowl your line and length. We're bowling at the tail here. If they were going to really hurt us, they would be probably occupying positions 1, 2, 3 and 4, but they're not. They're right near the back.
This is heaved into the leg side. Still can't find a boundary. That late push that they so desperately needed, the Kings, I don't think they're going to be getting it.
No more. No more.
Man at long on. Man at deep mid-wicket. And a man at deep square leg. So the idea is not to bowl too far on the off stump, because the protection is all the way on the leg side. The only man inside that 30-yard circle on the leg side is the short fine leg.
Maybe with a clean pickup, that would have been a tight one.
Subhash's job is just to knock it for a single, and hopefully Magar can make the most of every delivery that he faced. No intent there to find a boundary, just a push and run.
Worked into the leg side. Again, it's just going to be a single. Neither of them are finding the boundary. Would you recommend that both of them just start swinging now? It really isn't making a difference to bring Mugger back on strike.
I think that's what they've identified. They've identified Mugger as the boundary hitter, but conversation might very well have been that look, it's time for you to have a go, but I think that Rashid Khan has bowled well to his field so far. The boundary for Subhash is through the offside, through extra cover, or over mid-off.
Calls for catch it as this has gone high up in the air. It's one bounce to Bim Sharkey.
So he was looking in that area, practices the stroke, but the problem is there's pace taken off the ball, so you end up dragging it from the area that you would like to hit the ball over towards long on. He's fortunate to get away with that. Rashid Khan has been very good here at the back end.
May have gotten a hold of this one, and he has. Good use of the feet, and he's put this away for a massive 6.
He's made it significant with the contribution with the bat already in this campaign. As Mugger. Sweet enough. Sweet enough.
He's the highest run scorer now with 23. Also the end of the 19th, the Kings are 114 for 8.
Pond Superlight Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen.
बैंकिङ सेक्टरमा पहिलो पटक सिद्धार्थ बैंकले ल्याएको छ सिद्धार्थ रिवार्ड्स। यसमा पोइन्ट छ। सिद्धार्थ बैंक, सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई।
DHI Happier Home छुट्टै छ है।
डिस्कोमा खेलको मजा छ बेग्लै, हरेक खेल हेरिन्छ साथी होस् या एक्लै।
Dish Home, खुशीको connection.
तपाईको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजौं।
Hopeful. Still a bit happy that maybe they could pull this one off. end it on a high. Trying to come down the track again. Karan Casey hasn't picked up a wicket yet. It's the final over of this innings and his spell.
Single off the final ball of the previous over again indicates that Mugger wants the strike. Karan Casey just cramping him for room here as that favoured leg side is where Mugger is looking.
Asking fine leg to drop back.
The 4 men inside the 30-yard circle are all on the offside. Just that one sweeper square of the wicket, cover point. Otherwise, all the protection away to the long boundary.
Moving across the stumps. He can't get any bat on it. These are important dot balls. The last over.
That's one for the over. Good bouncer. Karan Casey's doing well here is the understanding of where the long side of the ground is. Forcing Mugger to always play towards that. He does not want to allow Mugger to hit it towards the short side, which is on the offside.
Lost control of this one. It's going to be a wide. And the Kings finally pick up a run off this over.
An error from the captain, but that happens because he's looking at the stumps. He's trying not to leave the stumps.
And as always, the support has come in numbers. They've really enjoyed every bit of this Nepal Premier League. Uses his feet again. There is protection in the deep, and this might just be a run out. We're going to go upstairs and take a second look at this.
I think he's out. Long on just took a little bit of time just to ensure that there was a clean pickup. We've seen so many fumbles with fielders sprinting in from the boundary, trying to pick it up with one hand. But here it's making sure the ball is in the hand and then make sure there's a good throw. And that will be that. Surely. It's almost somewhere in between that, isn't it? Because there are the bails up. But if we go one frame forward, the bails are up and he's in. So again, a tough one for the man upstairs. It's almost as if we're just missing that little frame that's required.
Is it fair to assume that if the angle of the stump is that far from where it should be, that bail has obviously been dislodged from its groove? For it to be flush on the groove, the stumps have to be lined up.
Well, I think we're guessing now, because I don't think that you can tell if it's out. I understand what you're saying, but I don't think you can tell whether it is out the groove or not with the previous frame. There, I don't think you can tell. You need to be conclusive. You can't just give it out because you think. Wonderful example, though, to our young cricketers, our young aspiring cricketers out there on how to slide your bat in. He's at full sprint and he's attempting to go at full stretch to utilize the entire length of the bat. If he doesn't, if he slides that bat in incorrectly, we won't be even having these discussions.
Our TV umpire, Vinay Kumarja, he's got a tough one here. It's funny how none of these calls have been easy. Had a couple of really tight ones yesterday as well.
I always feel, though, when you're taking this amount of time, that there is doubt. And when there is doubt, surely it's not out.
He'll survive. And it also means that they pick up 2 runs. Could be 2 very valuable runs if this game comes down to the wire. 3 deliveries to come. Surely they got to find a couple of boundaries here in these last 3 overs, last 3 balls. Coming down the track again, he's not in control of this shot, and he will be dismissed. That's going to be the end of Mugger's innings. And Karan Casey, the captain who's bowled so well, who's deserved a wicket, will finally pick up a wicket.
Mugger is desperate to get the ball through the offside. He knows where the short side is, but Karan Casey is too smart. He whacks it halfway down. And this is a good catch as well, because extra cover, Michael Levitt was making his way towards mid-off, but he was called off the ball. And Bim Sharkey, in the end, is the one that takes the comfortable catch. Karan Casey's in the wickets. Mugger goes. It's 117 for 9.
They've come out bearing their flags and the colors of their teams. It's Carell out in the middle, and this is going to be the last wicket. They've been bowled out, the Biratnagar Kings, for 117. And they set a rather low total for the Gurkhas to chase. Karan Casey's been exceptional with the ball. He's led from the front. And quite fittingly, despite not this wicket going to his name, he's involved in it.
The composure of Erasmus. He was looking at the striker's end and then realized, hang on, there's a misunderstanding here. Stopped, poised, and through to the skipper, who did the rest. The Kings have been bundled out for 117, and I tell you what this does do, is it gives the Gurkhas a real opportunity to try and chase this down quickly, to increase their net run rate, to make it very appealing going forward. No real big contributions. Deepak Bahara at the top got 20. He would have wanted a lot more after he ran out Nicholas Curtin. And then Rajesh Mugger, who earlier on in the competition put on a lovely partnership with Bashir Ahmed, but Bashir Ahmed was not there with him today, and so he was gone for 25. You wouldn't think that that's enough. 117 all out.
Not many partnerships to talk about. A few starts, 21 off 17 between Curtin and Deepak, another 21 off 22 with Edwards and Deepak, and then towards the end Magar and Shabazz put up 27 off 26 deliveries, but nowhere enough in that batting lineup.
Chaubalam continues his good tournament from an economy perspective. Just the 1 wicket. The pick of the bowlers, Dipesh Kandal with his left arm spin. He really is a wily character. 2 for 16, and the Namibian captain Gerard Erasmus spun the ball a mile. 3 for 17 in his 4.
Well, the Gurkhas, they chose to have a ball first today after winning the toss. And a couple of really good shots to start things off, and it wasn't until that wicket, the first one to go down, Lokesh 8 off 9, as Dan Dathwaite had picked it up. And the effort, well, it really struggled with the bat. Nick Curtin getting a few in. Dan Dathwaite was exceptional with the ball. And then this moment right here, total confusion, and they needed Nick Curtin today. They needed those runs. It wasn't meant to be. Dathwaite picking up that run out to himself. Deepak, the next one to go, Bahara. He's been short on runs, followed by Edwards, who, well, he got the start, 15 off 14. So good with the spin, not meant to be. Ismatullah following shortly after. And then a bit of heroics out there from Ismatullah. Basir, the next one to go, with a really good catch in the deep from Beam Sharkey. And Chris Soule. Dan Dathwaite taking a screamer at backward point, and this the soft dismissal from Sandeep Lamichhane off a really poor delivery from Erasmus. And Magar, despite the effort, a couple of sixes here and there, tried very hard, but Karan Casey was too good in the end with the ball, and he fell shortly after to a good catch again by Beam Sharkey. And Subhash, the last one to go, as Gerard Erasmus gets the run out. All in all, they had an effort put in with the bat, it just wasn't enough. We'll have to see if they can come out and defend this, because the Gurkhas, they need 118 from their 20 overs. When we come back, we'll have the chase.
DHI Happier Home छुट्टै छ है
तपाईको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजौं
इसोमा खेलको मजा छ बेग्लै हरेक खेल हेरिन्छ साथी होस् या एक्लै
Dish Home, खुशी को connection.
तिमलाई गुलाब साह्रै मन पर्छ है अनि चन्दनको सुगन्धले मनलाई शान्त र पवित्र बनाउँछ
मङ्गलदीप गुलाब चन्दन पूजा अगरबत्ती
सिद्धार्थ एसआईपी मा लगानी किन गर्ने आफ्नो बच्चाको उज्जवल भविष्यको लागि आनन्दसँग रिटायरमेन्ट बिताउनको लागि आफ्नो सपनाको घर बनाउनको लागि लङ टर्ममा धेरै फाइदा पाउनको लागि त्यसैले सिद्धार्थ एसआईपी मा हरेक महिना सानो सानो लगानी गरी लङ टर्ममा धेरै फाइदा पाउनुहोस् सिद्धार्थ एसआईपी आज एसआईपी भोलि वीआईपी
भाइ दुईटा चिसो रेड बुल गर्दिनु यार भाइ रेड बुल के दिएको यो रेड बुल भनेपछि रेड बुलले चाहिन्छ
रेड बुल असली नै रोजौं
म त पैसा लिन्छु आइमी पेमा चाहियो के र खर्च गर्न सजिलो कार्डबाटै किन्छु म लिन्छु म ब्याज पनि पाइन्छ हो विदेशबाट आएको रकम
वेलकम टु आइमी पे वालेट आइमी पे भए चाहियो के छ सबै सेट
Legends rise through greatness and lead with their actions. From a timeless legacy to inspiring a nation, legends choose the ball. Drive like a legend. Drive the ball.
And the winner of Miss Nepal World 2023 is Miss DHI, Sricha Pradhan.
नमस्कार, म मिस नेपाल र मिस DHI श्रिचा प्रधान। मेरो यो जितको खुसीमा मलाई साथ दिने DHI ले हजुरहरूको घरमा पनि धेरै खुसी ल्याउनेछ। Wishing you all a happier home.
DHI, happier home. छुट्टै छ है
NPL Live को unlimited excitement तपाईकै हातमा catch the live stream highlights NPL packs free tickets games and more from NPL with Ncell app download Ncell app now
Hinsta for a complete home.
सुजल डेयरीको उत्कृष्ट उत्पादन डिलाइट डेयरी व्हाइटनरले अब हरेक दिन डिलाइटफुल
Pond Super Light Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen.
NPL वा आफ्नो मनपर्ने टिमको एन्थमलाई आफ्नो PRBT सेट गर्नु भयो त? Download Ncell app now or dial *123*6#.
Himstar for a complete home.
World-class range of solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys र gas hobs ले तपाई र तपाईको घरको पूर्ण रूपमा केयर गर्छ किनकि नियोले बुझेको छ your way of quality living.
Legends rise through greatness and lead with their actions. From a timeless legacy to inspiring a nation, legends choose the ball. Drive like a legend. Drive the ball.
तिमलाई गुलाब साह्रै मन पर्छ है अनि चन्दनको सुगन्धले मनलाई शान्त र पवित्र बनाउँछ
मङ्गलदीप गुलाब चन्दन पूजा अगरबत्ती
तर यो जिद्दी दाग यो निकाल्न इजी छ सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश यसको 10 हातको शक्ति छ यस्तो जसले जिद्दी दाग निकाल्न गर्छ इजी सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश
Himstar for a complete home.
Watch NPL on the go on Ncell app. Unlimited YouTube and other NPL packs. Download Ncell app now or dial *123*9#.
Himstar for a complete home.
I dare to express myself freely. I dare to aim with precision. I dare to explore new paths, fueled by ambition and unshakable focus. I dare to imagine a world where innovation isn't just a concept, but a reality. I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
And all of a sudden things looking rosier for the Gurkhas. Looks like it's going to be left arm spin to start with. Nicholas Curtin there, the captain of Canada, just having a chat with Anil Kurel, who is one of the two changes to the side. No Pratish GC, big miss for the Kings as I welcome Manali Patel. Manali, still good morning, isn't it? Approaching 11 a.m. local. Kings could go out with a whimper here, could they? Gurkha's heavy favourites.
Heavy favourites. Just not enough runs on the board, I think, from the Kings. 118 is less than run a ball, which in T20 cricket would take a miracle to try and defend something that low. Especially difficult for the Kings because we're off with a single. Especially difficult because the batting has just started to fire for the Gurkhas. In the last game, Eskenazi 60 off 34, had a decent start with Michael Levitt, 32 off 18 from him. Beam Sharkey got some runs, as did Gerard Erasmus. Everyone started to find their form with the bat now, which could end things very quickly for the Kings unless they pick up some wickets.
I think they're going to try and hunt this down in about 11 or 12 overs. It might backfire horribly on them. That could give the window open for the Kings. But everything is going to have to go here. They need to up their net run rate. A good diving stop, almost an octopus arm there from a man who's got a lot to do to pay back his team.
It's Deepak Pahara who ran out Nicholas Curtin, really. Doesn't get it the first time, somehow gets it the second.
Done very, very well there. Total awareness of where the ball was. Moves inside the line of the delivery this time, and he will pick up a boundary. Nearly picked up a boundary in the previous ball, this time in total control. And yes, you said it, they're going to give it everything they can.
Well, this could be carnage here, to be honest, because I'm not going to predict the exact calculation, but to get above the net run rate of some of their rivals, I think they need to chase this in about 11 or 12 overs. And I think they'll know that. They were very well drilled yesterday in terms of advancing their net run rate course. So every single ball in the power play here in particular, Levitt's going to go after, as will Eskenazi. I heard yesterday from Stephen Eskenazi as to how these two played club cricket together in the UK. They know each other really well. Angus Fraser's club there in Middlesex. And he's going to make it look easy. One bounce, four more. The hunt is on, the chase is on.
Easy pickings from the looks of it. Michael Levitt has made it fairly easy as he moves across yet again. A very similar shot. This time goes even finer. And it's a one bounce into the boundary ropes for another boundary. Just like that in this first over. 11 runs off that total. They just need 107 more. They really can get very close to that score if they make use of these power play overs.
Yeah, for all those net run rate fans, you'll probably have the exact calculation, but we'll get a look at the points table after this ball when we come back from the break, and it will explain the situation to you a bit more clearly. 11 from the first, 11 for none.
Pond Superlight Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen.
आफ्ना हरेक चिन्ताहरू अब हामीलाई छोडिदिनुस्। तपाईको भोलिको भरपर्दो साथी सानीमा रिलायन्स लाइफ इन्स्योरेन्स खुलेर जियौं।
I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
Afternoon, and then Carnally tomorrow. So their first target will be to try and hunt down the net run rate of Carnally. That's probably going to be maybe in a 12 over chase, something like that. As Bashir Ahmed will open the bowling. Again, the Kings going with two left arm spinners. They could in theory also try to hunt down the Rhinos above them, but I'm not sure whether that's going to be mathematically likely. Goes up into the air, should be the easiest of catches. I said it's going to be action aplenty. Deepak Pahara holds on. Bashir Ahmed's excellent tournament continues as Eskenazi fails after a player of the match performance yesterday.
This is going to dent their hunt to try and stay in the game. Reaches for this one. High in the air and a very comfortable catch in the end. Deepak Pahara. Eskenazi, they needed him, they needed the runs at the top, but he's only going to give them one run. They've gone 11 for 1.
Here comes Gerard Erasmus, the captain of Namibia. 98 runs in the tournament. By his standards, that's low. But You couple the 11 wickets he's picked up, he has had a good tournament, he really has. There is the slight possibility, might be an outside chance, that all of this carnage and chaos that the Gurkhas are going to try and inflict, particularly in the power play, to try and improve their net run rate, may bring about lots of wicket-taking opportunities. They do have to keep half an eye on making sure that they win the match as well, don't they?
Steven Ashkenazi, 16 the previous game, just 1 today. Thanks to a leading edge off of Basir. Yeah, it's a tricky one. You want to win the game, but then you have to win it at a certain net run rate, or really, it still doesn't help the cause.
But remember, if the Yaks lose to Sudar Pashim, their net run rate will disimprove. So short pulled away, that's going to help. 2 bounces into the rope. It's a Super 4 powered by Encel 4G.
Needed runs, much needed runs. Backs away this time, allows for some room to free those arms. And a little short from Basir. Another Super 4.
And it's another. Erasmus showing the way. Really good stroke. 8 runs on a wicket from the second. It's 19 for 1.
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas hobs le buzeko cha. Your way of quality living.
Tapayko asli energy Red Bull asli नै रोजौं.
Can't wait, won't wait. Sunfeast Dark Fantasy.
To lose to Sudar Pashim, so their net run rate would get worse. So whatever they do, they've got to chase this as quickly as they can. As Lamachani comes into the attack, this could be a chance. Scott Edwards says it's mine and holds on. Don't go anywhere. Runs, wickets, everything happening as always at the TU as Levitt falls and Lamachani's return to form continues.
I think they're getting themselves in a bit of a pickle here, the Gurkhas. Yes, they want to try and pick up a good net run rate, but these wickets are not going to help the cause. It's a leading edge. He tried to throw everything at that. And a very well judged catch in the end by Scott Edwards. It was spinning as it had gone straight up in the air. Levitt's gone for 10. The Gurkhas are 19 for 2.
Wicket from his very first ball for Sandeep Lamachani, the captain of the Kings. It's actually a beautiful piece of bowling because it was the drift and the dip and then the turn that undid Michael Levitt as the leg break spun down to what would have been interesting, but the umpire immediately walked away from it.
It's a bit nervy out in the middle. Beam Sharkey, 22 of 20 in the previous game. He's just starting to find some form again this year, Sandeep. He's just starting to find some form again this year, Sandy Plamachani.
Swept towards the one man in the deep who just about judges the spin. Now, Sandy Plamachani is always an emphatic appealer. Pitch appealer. Pitch maybe outside leg as well, and it's off the arm. Now that can be given. The glove, which counts as part of the bat. So interesting delivery. I think it's probably pitched outside leg and turned too sharply. Plamachani says, I want to slip in now. I know Gerard Erasmus is the big wicket. Wants him in the right position. Really intriguing chase this, isn't it? Because anything could happen. This was the second wicket to fall.
Michael Levitt got a few runs in the previous game. This time an edge. Scott Edwards takes a really good catch. I feel like they just need to start anchoring this down a bit. As he's backed away on this occasion and thrown it into the offside. He slapped it away for 4 runs.
Yeah, it's almost like they need to take a breath, but I don't think they're going to. I think they've been sent out by Karen KC just to go after everything, whether they lose wickets or not. This is a really good shot, hitting with the spin. Expect the googly now from this delivery. It's another leg break, chip towards backward point, gone! Plamachani loves it. Big celebration, maybe a word or two as well for Erasmus, and Erasmus is not happy. The Gurkhas have lost 3.
Well, there is a bit of heat out in the middle, and I think that's an understatement. Both of these sides are going head to head. The Kings, they're practically out. Gerard Erasmus tried to hit this similar to the previous ball, a little bit too far from him. And again, a catch, this time at backward point. Deepak Bahara. A few words exchanged. I'm not going to read the lips on air. He's going to have to walk back. Erasmus gone for 12. The Gurkhas, they need to slow it down here because they're 24 for 3.
Watch NPL on the go on Ncell app, unlimited YouTube and other NPL packs. Download Ncell app now or dial *123*9#.
DHI Happier Home. Today sa hai.
Legends rise through greatness and lead with their actions. From a timeless legacy to inspiring a nation, legends choose the ball. Drive like a legend. Drive the ball.
And now Sandy Plamachani says, let's get my strike bowler into the attack. Let's get the express pace of Chris Soule in. This could be fast, fiery and aggressive as well. The Gurkhas have to win, remember. It's all well and good going for net run rate. You still have to win the match. I think he's had a really good end to the tournament, hasn't he? 7 wickets for Soule. I want to give Plamachani a lot of credit for that wicket, because I said at the top of the run, I expect the googly here, but he was brave enough to go with the leg break again.
Yeah, and that's exactly what got Gerard Erasmus in a little bit of trouble. A bit too far away from him. He reached for it, managed to find just a bit of the edge of the bat on it.
Oh, now how close is this? Probably just too high, maybe angling down, but Sharky's feet went nowhere. Completely beaten for pace. Seoul impressing again.
It's 2 deliveries in a row where Beam Sharkey's feet have gone literally nowhere. This time coming in very sharply. Maybe the height wasn't that bad after all. I think that leg stump might have been in contention.
He was so deep in the crease. Feet went absolutely nowhere. Chance gone again. Oh, you have to love cricket in Nepal. It's always dramatic. It's always unpredictable. The Kings of 4 in 3.5 overs.
Well, the feet went nowhere in the first couple of deliveries. This time he's reached for a wider delivery, no position to play that shot. And it's Lokesh Bam who's picked up the catch. Chris Soul comes into the attack and he's picked up his first wicket. The Gurkhas in trouble. Sharkey goes for 1 and they're 24 for 4.
Well, the Gurkhas fans may be smiling, they may be waving. A moment ago they were dancing, but they're in big trouble. Dan Douthwaite to the crease. He's probably had to scramble to get the pads on. Oh, and it's not the first time we've seen this from Chris Soul, looking for the wonder ball. He's so quick, he doesn't need to do anything special. Sprays it 5 wides.
The Gurkhas can use these runs. 5 wides. And most importantly, it's not a wicket-taking delivery. This, the last one, gets a bit big on him. Beam Sharkey, he looked very uncomfortable against the pace of Chris Soul. And the first couple had been full. This one was a bit short, taking him by surprise. And a good catch again. Lokesh Bam this time.
He's got quicker and quicker throughout the tournament. He came into this Nepal Premier League having missed the last couple of games in the United States for Scotland. Had quite a bad niggle, but he's gradually ramped up to full fitness. There is nothing that can replace express pace, whatever the surface. And Sharkey, well, he just looked completely uncomfortable against it. Could easily have been given out LBW the ball before. Outside edge was beaten from the first ball and then worked over. Excellent fast bowling. Where is the slip? Where, oh where is the first slip? Pratik at the crease, he's yet to face. They've got 4 in 4 overs. They should have 5.
They can count their blessings on this one. No slip in place. Just taking the outside.